Hello, right now it is July 4th, 2019, a Thursday. Happy 4th of July. And this is the public service announcement for the general public. Do not waste your time watching this unless you have a very specific reason to watch this. So if you do have a very specific reason, you might want to double up the speed on this video, and the instructions for that are, if it's in a browser of some sort, usually at the bottom there's a gear thing. If it's on an application for like YouTube, then it might be on the three dots up here, and there'll be playback speed either way. Okay, so today is lower body, and it's midway through, so it's a Thursday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing. This is the Thursday, lower body, so it's upper, lower, upper. 4 exercises, makes this a fairly quick one. And the 4 exercises, well, first there will be a warm-up, and then the 4 exercises are squats with the squat machine. Then there are Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. Then there are leg extensions, and then finishing up single leg calf raises. My single leg calf raises have not been really throwing out the fullest extensions, so I think I'm going to try a little harder for that. If that doesn't happen, I might have to lighten the weight a little bit. The weight on the single leg calf extensions, just as holding a dumbbell in one hand. The other hand I use for balance. The way it breaks down on the 4 exercises, the first 2 exercises have 8 and then 10. And then the second 2 exercises will have 10, then 12 as far as reps goes. They start with a higher weight, and then they go slightly lower. Now, the warm-up. The warm-up is going to be broken down into 6 parts, 6 different little activities. Not doing sets of anything. It's just single sets. The first one is something simple. Really get you going, get your blood pumping out of the box. This is 3 L-shaped chin-ups. Then there is 4 glide downs, which are kind of like chin-ups, but without the chinning up part. Just the gliding down. You just jump up to the bar and slide down. Then there is inverted sit-ups. There'll be like 7 of those. After that, 13 push-ups, 7 air squats, and 6 bends. So, wonder. All right, that wasn't the longest explanation in the world, and it certainly wasn't the shortest. Like I said, watching this on double speed helps out a lot. That's just me talking. Okay, now we got the layout kind of mentally down. Let's actually do the doing of the thing. Which reminds me, I should be writing, because you gotta write. Anyhow, okay, hands like this. Oh, goodness. I just thought about how little writing I actually have and how much I talk about it, mostly to myself. The things that shame ourselves are legion, where we should be versus where we are. Should do this, should do that, but I am doing something good right now, so I'll put away the bad stuff, like, hey, I should be writing more, and just do the workout stuff. Because who wants to go into a place where they're thinking about all the stuff that they are not living up to? Oh, that's a good stretch too. All right, there's going to be 3 of these L-shaped chin-ups. I'm feeling a bit bizarre. 1, 2, 3. 4 glide downs. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 7 inverted sit-ups. And no, I have not been doing these every day. Technically, that warm-up should be part of my morning routine or some sort of routine after work or whatever, but no, it is not. Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna do a little breathing right now. A little breathing, a little stretching. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I love how I just use my left hand to grab the middle. Seems like the easiest thing to do when you're a bit tired. And then kind of expand it out. Once I'm here, little lift. And it's like you automatically, your body wants to get down from that point. Real easy, you get used to it. So don't be intimidated by inverted anything with gravity boots. Just something you get used to. It gets real quick and easy. Just try not to hang out upside down too long. I swear my tolerance for hanging upside down has decreased. I don't know what it is. Years ago, I think I could hang out. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it's subjective memory, but it seems like my ability to hang out upside down was a bit longer back then. All right, second half of the warm-up coming up. Okay. Whew. Just realized some stuff I forgot. Did set up all the weights properly. Did kind of set up everything up ahead of time. All right. There we go with that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really try to straighten out my legs there. 6. Okay. Straightening out those knees, that extra little bit of straightening out the knees, definitely something I should work on the warm-up. The L-shaped chin-ups, knees could be straighter. The push-ups, knees could be straighter. The bends, knees could be straighter. All right. Going to do a bit of a breathing exercise in between all the exercises. All right. There we go. All right. That's bizarrely comfy. By the way, counting on my fingers, counting to 7, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 breaths is a nice number. Also, I did notice something that's like kind of weird. It's like your body automatically tries to go for balance. And by that I mean breathing. If you do real fast, that's like your balance intake. If you hold for a long time, that's your, like, there's filling up, there's using. Like there's some sort of balance, like breathing slow with minor holds of breath. You can find out where your balance points are. Now, if you really want to play around with the altered states of breathing that you can get to from breathing, upset that balance. So breathing really, really easy way is breathing really, really fast. Try to fill yourself up, fuel yourself up without burning it, or holding your breath for a long time, either holding full or holding empty beyond a certain point when you're burning up the fuel, beyond the fuel that you already have in your system. It's kind of an interesting, I don't know, metaphor for it. So that's how you get to altered states. But to get to center, for me, that center seems like it comes from a nice balance of filling up, fueling, and burning. Fueling and burning. But for all the real fun stuff that people talk about, I saw a video the other day. A guy talked about squeezing his pineal gland, and basically he was doing all sorts of yoga breathing and different stuff, but sums it up, he was going extremely on the filling side, filling, and then he'd fill up so much, then he would go to a state of burning. And then while he was burning, he would squeeze his pineal gland, and it's constantly, and it's weird too, breathing out. You can almost, like, if you stagger when you think you're at 0 and you keep staggering breath out, it almost seems like you can kind of keep pushing out forever and ever and ever. And I guess squeezing your pineal gland or whatever is a way to release some sort of DMT in your body. And I guess the pineal gland is the spot between your butthole and the boys underneath the skin. I guess the perineum is there. I think the pineal gland, I don't know if it's pineal or perineum gland. Anyway, I don't know. Don't know much about it. I think your prostate's near there too. So there's all sorts of stuff going on there. Yeah, but anyway, basically, I don't know if it's clenching up your butthole. I don't know if it's trying to do that trick where you do, what is it? The PC muscles, where you try to, like, after taking a whiz, you try to get that extra few drops out by squeezing the PC muscles. I don't know what the tricks are. I haven't really tried it. Maybe one of these days I will. I don't know if I necessarily want DMT running through my... I mean, I guess it's created by your body, but I don't know if I necessarily want to facilitate that action. I'm already pretty deep into breathing exercises. Wouldn't it be weird if I got addicted to that and I'm just sitting at like a bus stop and just like doing tons of breathing and then like exhaling out and like squeezing my butthole and all this kind of stuff? and getting all high for 5 minutes off of that. And I don't know. I try to a little bit of afraid of addictions, to be honest with you. But anyway, enough talking. Oh, you know I'm going to actually try the DMT thing now that I'm talking about it so much. I'm going to try that in the next few months. And if I become addicted to breathing exercises, at least it's my own supply. What's the worst that could happen? I could just become, what, antisocial? No, I could get addicted to it so much where, no, you can do it at work. Park for 5 minutes and anyway, doesn't matter. What does matter is the here and now. And right here, right now, we're doing a set of 8. I so didn't want to do that first exercise. Here comes 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. All right, another bit of research I've been reading a little bit is interesting enough, there was a study done in 2007. I can't remember the names or the places, but it was I typed up on a search engine slow contraction, and the one study was, I was thinking there would be all sorts of great stuff about slow contractions. Not so much. People doing explosive action versus slow contractions. Actually, now the slow contractions were only 2 to 4 seconds on the contraction thing. So my 7 seconds idea, maybe there's some merit there, but it is totally boring to actually do something 7 seconds like that in the contraction phase. Anyway, so the takeaway from the study was the results were better for the participants that did explosive type exercise versus the ones that were doing it slow, both with high weight. And I think they determined high weight was somewhere between 60% and 85% of their 1 rep maximum. That made me sad. I would so much like to believe slow contraction would be the way to go. Like, I'm trying to cultivate more and more patience in my life about certain things. Not that I'm a fly off the handle guy, but I think I believe I have pretty good patience for a lot of things. But I would think, like, could you imagine limitless patience? Well, maybe that just means somebody who gets nothing done, or enjoys nothing, or I don't know. But anyway, but there was another study I went into, and they were doing the effects of what was like the eccentric, slow eccentric, based upon that whole time under tension idea. That's a pretty good one. So the idea that my friend said, a recent friend of mine said something, and I only had really one good conversation with the guy, but it was hours of just talking about different stuff. It's so lame to talk about working out and not actually be doing the working out, case in point. But let me just finish this file, I'll get back into it. Please let me finish this thought. Anyway, the thought is that last repetition, doing the slow, when you remember to, ending on the last repetition is kind of a nice little boost, a nice little cherry on top. And it's just like, if it doesn't work, you only lost out on the time for 1 repetition. It's not like you did it on like the fast concentric then slow eccentric motion. Some people would say that's probably the way to go, but what if it's not? At least you get, you mitigate your losses, and you're mitigating your losses of time because you're only losing time on that 1 eccentric thing. Okay. Speaking of time, I should probably check time on this. Okay, time is good. I mean, not really, but Not terribly. I am the only person I know that can do a 4 exercise workout and take an hour on it. The fun of talking. Preventative neck maintenance, I guess. My neck doesn't really hurt, but the other day I noticed it was stiff. And I remember when it's stiff, like one time I was, going in reverse and neck was a bit stiff, and then as soon as I turned around, kind of like, oh, that kind of hurts. So get rid of the stiffness before the stiffness is a problem. I think that's a saying prostitutes use. Ooh, no, don't want to go there with those jokes. Want to be clean jokes. Want clean, good jokes. Okay. So here is this. All right. Oh, by the way, the power of one good joke. For some reason, I told this one lady, I see her maybe a couple times a week, just through work and stuff, and I told her like a really good joke one day, and it was kind of clean if I remember. Between kind of clean and very clean, and it just hit her in the right way. And now whenever she sees me, she has a smile on her face and starts laughing. She's already been conditioned. And I just tell her lame jokes, but they're always clean, and she just laughs. And so like that premise has been established, which makes me feel bad for all the folks that I've told horrible jokes to, and just like didn't have my timing, didn't have the punchline down, and like now I know, like even if I tell them a good joke, they have so much like negative association with my joke telling that it's just like it's not even good. It like has to be so far above anything else. And I've seen that in live action. There's been a group of people, those of which that don't know me, and then one person in the group that does know me and has a ton of negative associations with my jokes. I go through the group, I say something I think is kind of witty. Boom, everybody's laughing but that dude. And he's just looking around like not understanding like why everybody's laughing at it. And I think it's subliminal. I think he didn't realize he has all these negative associations with my joke telling, and then like, or maybe everybody else but him was being polite. But there were some truth tellers in that situation, and I am sure none of them had any stake in kissing ass my way or laughing at my jokes that weren't funny. They didn't have any stake in that whatsoever. As a matter of fact, some of them could have, gotten a better joke about joking about my jokes, and would have been, that would have been a benefit and funny thing for them. So I believe in the specific situation I'm thinking of, it was a prime example of just like humanity and like the subliminal functions of humanity. I don't know. Anyway, set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's taking it out. 6. Not bad. Not terrible. 7. I know I can get to 10. 8. Shoot, if I can talk, I'm doing good. 9. 10. I'm gonna go real slow on this. Super, super slow. Feel the tension every specific area on this. Oh, there's some tension. There's a lot of tension right there. That's a lot. And then ease up. That last repetition, the eccentric exercise, going slow, you definitely feel it. Thank goodness I'm done with this. All right. Romanian deadlifts. I was going to start using this, but I want to keep this at this weight. I'd have to, I'd have to lower it a little bit for the Romanian deadlifts. You ever notice that when you lean your head back, you can get like a little bit more of a stretch if you open your mouth? That's so strange. Or maybe I'm just stretching out my jaw. Oh. So, Romanian deadlifts, then it's leg extensions, then it's single leg calf raises. It almost feels like we're on a roll. Whew. Yes, and this is probably a stupid confession to make, but if I drop dead on this video, which I won't, I'm doing a 24-hour dry fast. No liquids. So dry brushing my teeth earlier. Showering. I was tempted to think about wet wipes after the workout, just wiping off with wet wipes. But no, I'm going to do dry wipes. I have some old napkins somewhere that are questionably clean. I'm going to clean myself up with old napkins. Thank goodness I have nothing really, really social to do today. Yeah, with fireworks and driving and drunk people, I don't want to leave the house. Well, it wasn't like I was invited to any parties or anything either, so, there's that. But at the same time, I like it here. Here is good. Wow, I did talk a lot, and I didn't do a lot of breathing. That's a sad thing. I got bit by something. And for 2 weeks, it's been bugging me. Usually only on Mondays. Noticed last Monday, I was like, why the hell does my elbow itch? And then there's like a spider bite or something. Then next Monday, the Monday before that, why the hell did my elbow itch? Same spider bite or whatever. Okay. I usually like most spiders. Alright, so that's set up for the right weight. Don't even really need to double check it that hard. Note to self, my usual note to self on this. I'll keep doing it, hopefully half past forever. Lean back. Move the butt, the hips. Move the hips backwards at least an inch during this exercise at the right moment, which is probably while going down and going up. All right. 1. Shoot, I forgot the breathing. Screw it, we're in it. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. All right. I know it's not a lot of weight, but I'm super careful about my back on that. I've had back pain when I was a little kid once. Well, more than once. But specifically when I was like, I don't know, somewhere between 11 and like 14. Went to a chiropractor, all that kind of stuff. Basically healed up on its own, but for a while, like couldn't even run. And it was so weird. It was just like mechanical failure. Like try to run, something in my back would kind of like lock up, and it was just like so weird. But as I grew up, I'm just like ultra sensitive to like, be careful. All right, I'm gonna kind of get down into a nice little position for breathing. Stretch, put my knees to my chest, raise my heels up. I don't know why I like this position so much, but especially with the knuckles on the floor. Maybe that's more on the filling up side. Not a lot of holding and burning there. Okay. set of 10. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I shouldn't do this one fast. 4. Back to being careful. 5, 6, 7, 8. I know, a little bit of muscle with the elbows there. 9, 10. Definitely feeling it where I'm supposed to, and probably a little bit in other places too. Really want the hamstrings to be hit by that a little bit more, but it seems like it's almost all lower back. And I think that inch or two moving backwards gets it away from that lower back zone a little bit. Not too sure, but that is that. A little bit of breathing. This has already been dialed in, so we're good to go. Just for the hell of it. That felt nice. It's just kind of a nice lean in. Oh, that feels right. Set of 10, then set of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't know if I was kicking that out straight or not. Doing a little breath exercise. I'm gonna go for speed on these breath exercises. It's gonna fuel more than I can burn. Not gonna go for the balance. I don't need to be on the top of the mountain emotional state wise. I'm gonna be wherever I'm gonna be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, set 12, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, definitely tough, 10, 11, 12. That's all she wrote on that one. Got through it, but need that little mid-set break. Yeah. Gonna go right into the breathing and then set the camera up for single leg calf raises. Alright, the speed breath is probably a good thing. I'm not trying to squeeze my pineal gland or nothing, but that'll come. All things in due course. once I get good with the faster breathing. Not really too good with it anyway. All right, so there's that. Gonna grab some weight. Got my dumbbell set up. Easily grabbed with one hand. I'm gonna go left foot first this time. Gonna go for a set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not a lot of movement on that, but feels pretty interesting. Also feels like it could slip at any moment. 1, like there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit quicker on that one. After the video, I'll show you my grip method, which doesn't let me cheat too much. Hopefully not mitigate the cheating. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. You know when I'm out of gas when I'm dropping weights. All right, so that's the end of the exercises, by the way. Here is what I'm doing. Holding my hand like that for balance, as opposed to pushing. So I can push against this and get some extra lift for my calf, or I could pull against this, pull up, and then it gets extra resistance. Kind of put my hands here in between, just using the fingers there. And I guess I could pull up or push down a little bit, but the higher my wrist and my ankle are, less force I can actually use to assist in the calf raise. So maximizing my stability with that grip. And I don't know if you've ever tried, but it's a fun balance game to do calf raises with your hands not touching anything. All right, that's been the workout. It's been a good one. Wish I could drink a glass of water, but I don't wish it that bad. I think I was kind of prepared for this dry fast. Ate like way too much this week. And I was like, I could go for a couple days fasting, or supposedly 24 hours of dry fasting equals up to the new baby blanket. Do I have a baby? No, don't have a baby, but I do have a baby blanket. This thing is going to be used for sweat mitigation. And it's laundry day, so just getting the plastic bits out of it. Yeah, I know, baby blanket with plastic bits, but it was attached to the thing that holds it up. So there was a paper thing that held it up, and anyway. So yeah, that's a nice baby blanket. Super soft. That's why I bought it. I was wondering what it would be like to use this as like a baby blanket sweat rack. Oh, that feels good. Mitigating getting rid of my water the dry fast, allowing my body to make its own water. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I am reasonably sure that through proper anti-nutrition, I can gain 10 pounds in a week. Or it seems that way. At least the numbers tell me that. And I didn't do that this week, but it was kind of close. I almost grabbed for the water right there. That was kind of funny. Almost instinctual. Almost thought about smearing that against my face again, but no, I want all my body sweat to mix with my face sweat because, apartheid. No, just, God, whatever. Horrible joke. Oh. Interesting. Beard not too sweaty. Rest of the body super sweaty. I lied to someone the other day. It was more of a joke. I was like, she's like, how can you be out here when it's so hot with that huge beard? And I was like, oh, the beard actually pulls heat away, pulls heat out of me. I've always had a pocket belief that existed. Once you get used to it, I don't know if it really exists. I like to think it's a make-believe placebo effect that's working well. I mean, maybe it really does. But I said that, and the conversation kind of went in another direction, and I had some things I had to attend to, so I didn't get a chance to say, no, actually, I don't know. Which I feel bad about, because I don't know, I'd like to get away from giving away information that I don't think is really, really all that viable, especially stuff I'm not sure of. So, yeah, back to the idea about explaining nothing. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to put too much certainty on anything in this reality. That way I can deal with it better when weird stuff happens. All right, so ending this up with 37 breaths, or 40 or 42 or whatever, and a hold. We'll see how that feels. If it feels good and smooth and wonderful, then maybe some stretches, maybe just sitting there holding it. Really have no more thoughts. I've put entirely too much thoughts and conversation into this, so we'll let that one go. All right. That hold was not very long. Probably because I was trying to flex my pineal gland. I don't know. Actually, I was. Will we feel the effects of some sort of DMT right here? I don't know if I've ever felt the effects of DMT before. But I feel good that I did the breath exercise. That does feel good. Feel like I don't really have to project or force my voice. Just relax. Have this nice little hold and smoothness to my life in this moment. It seems like I'm a little bit affixed to this moment, which which is something I'll fall into. Not a sense of feeling of goodness, not a sense of dread, not a sense of panic, not a sense of weirdness, not a sense of should. It's just whatever it is. A sense of this moment right now. But I don't think that's DMT talking. Yeah, from what I know, DMT should feel good. And this is just me feeling good after a breath exercise. Different type of feeling good, I imagine. In this moment, right here, right now, there is balance and there is peace. If you're waiting for something to happen, you might as well stop the video right now. There is a little bit of nothingness. Just a tiny bit. Just a smidge. Or a smidgen. This smidgen spelled with an E-N or O-N? Or is it even a real word? Pretty soft. Almost whipped my face with that. For whatever reason, I don't want my body sweat to mix with my face sweat. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I have substantially less face sweat, and it would just make my face wetter. I'm using it to wipe my hands. Doesn't matter, I'm basically pretty close to dry. Well, if you've watched to this point, I appreciate you. If you haven't watched until this point, I appreciate you. If I'm part of your vault, hey, that's awesome. Hopefully I'll be of benefit. I would like to say something like, don't be a stranger, but I don't know. I don't like the commanding tone of that. It's almost I catch myself a lot of times asking people, not even asking people, just commanding people, have a good day. Like, that's gonna make all the difference. I'd like to at least believe it has some difference making. The sentiment for hope that someone is having a good day. You know, pound of feathers type thing. Yeah, this is a good moment. And I have the freedom of the day. Part of me says I could do a little bit of cleaning today, and I just saw something that needed cleaning. Also, probably a good idea to do laundry day. My independence. I am an independent single male. I do not own any white shirts. nor do I own any red shirts. So therefore, as an independent, single male of the human species, I will never own a pink shirt. Because when I see dudes in pink shirts, I just think, that dude's single, and he owns white shirts, and he owns red shirts. Now he owns a pink shirt. I don't know. Some people really like pink shirts, and I'm not ripping on them. Or pink pants, or pink whatever. I think it's interesting. I don't dislike the color pink, but I just don't like it on clothes. I think it has better places to be. Which is strange. I should have no opinion on clothes. My fashion sense is nothing about fashion, it's all about function. The funny thing is I seriously wear a lanyard. Get this. I wear like shorts, gym shorts, sometimes long pants. I got a pair of long pants I actually like, so I'll wear that on occasion. I got a couple of them I actually like, I guess. Enough to wear if I wanted to every single day of the week. If I ever have more than like 7 pairs of something, that's probably not a good idea. The whole minimalist thing. And I know that's far beyond minimalist. That's like, not even close to minimalist. But anyway, the idea. Welcome to the conversation, by the way. I wear usually a short sleeve shirt with, I like the 2 pockets. 2 pockets are pretty good, but sometimes the 2 pockets are never enough. I hate having things in my pants pockets because if you're driving or if you're moving or whatever, I've had too many things have a hole in my pants pocket or fall through or fall out of my pants pocket or whatever. So I wear a lanyard that has a pocket for my phone and a few other things. Like if I had, like I keep a pen on there, a Sharpie, and a stylus on there. And yeah, the Sharpie is connected to the stylus. Yeah, I won't go into that, but I made a Sharpie stylus combination situation. So have that, and then like carrying my headphones. I have these little wired headphones I think are awesome. Wired headphones are like awesome. And those actually stay in the tiniest fanny pack ever. I wear a little, I know, it's lame, and I hate fanny packs, but this one's so tiny, kind of looks like a belt. So I'll wear shorts, short sleeve shirt, a lanyard, and a fanny pack. And more than once, by different people are like, think I look militaristic or like a SWAT team member. Number one, not too many, I don't, SWAT teams with big beards, don't see that really too often. But I guess, okay, I can see, okay. But like, I don't see it. I joke with it. It's like something that so many, oh man, I've had it at least 3 times, but I know it's been 4 times. 4 times I can think of. And just totally different situations. People don't know each other. There's no collusion on here. If if we all say the same compliment to them or whatever, if we all say the same comment to them, we'll get them to believe in this ludicrous comment. It seems ludicrous to me because it's a lanyard and a fanny pack and a short sleeve shirt and a short, pair of shorts. I can understand when I'm wearing the long pants because a couple pairs of my long pants do look kind of like, I don't know, whatever, BDU or whatever, or some of my shirts might look that way too. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it, but now I can kind of like try to see it through. That's a fun thing I do. I try to see things from other people's perspective if I think it's a genuine perspective. And the first time I heard it, I thought it was, just talking, smoke, whatever, social noises. Something just like off the top of their head, they just decided to say that was so like just weird and ludicrous that I was like, whatever. But hey, thank you for being friendly. We're smiling and talking. So social noise. Second or third time, it was like, whoa. And then this one lady was throwing jokes, and she was like, then a SWAT team came in my house, and they all looked like him. And then other people started laughing, and I'm just like, wait a second. So, and that was a nice one. I've heard some mean-spirited jokes about that, and it's like, even the mean-spirited ones, I kind of know where they're coming from. And it's just like, hey, at least you're making fun of somebody who's not going to be hurt by it and not going to really react to it, not going to give you, I don't know, an argument if you're seeking an argument. Anyhow, so I've talked enough. Oh, I'm going to be slow moving today. Slow moving. Slow feeling. Dry fasting. Yeah, I think I'm going to break it down to like a 24-hour dry fast and then a 48-hour, maybe 48, maybe 36-hour, like just 12 hours tagged onto it, at least 12 hours tagged onto it, of turning into like a normal fast. So like in a few hours I'll start drinking water, and I don't have Himalayan salt, but I do have Propel powder packs. I'll look that up before I do it, but I'm going to be careful of my sodium intake and going from dry fast to wet fast or normal fast. And then a couple hours, 12 hours from that, or 24 hours from that, or 16 hours from when the dry fast ends and it becomes a wet fast, I am going to be eating again. We'll see how that goes. I like challenges that like are summed up by doing laziness. It's just like fasting challenge. If you really think about it, it's not doing something. And it's just like telling your body who's boss. Like, no, I know better. I know that not eating here, like you say it's going to be unhealthy, my body, but trust me, we'll live through this. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, my first dry fast is not going to be 36 hours or 72 hours. It's just going to be 24, just 24. But the weird thing is I did throw a workout in there. So, and by the time I do a wet fast, I might be throwing another workout too. So 48 hours from now or 36 hours from now, I might be working out, and that'll be the tail end of the wet fast. I think. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll write down the numbers. Weird stuff. Hopefully getting to a long-term healthy state. You know, yay for massive autophagy. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that a 24-hour fast, dry fast, is the autophagy equivalent of a 3-day wet fast. So I've never done a normal fast of 3 days. So we'll see how I feel. And if I feel sick, if I feel really sick, I know that like there's a certain degree of sickness that comes with a dry fast, but that's usually day 2. So I don't think I'll hit that. But, or I would like to say I've heard. I don't know these things firsthand. Brand new territory for me. But let's finish this video before it gets to an hour. Later it shall be.